Well, this is a question that's plagued historians ever since the end of the Second World War. Who was it?
A long-lost letter from Princess Diana has just been uncovered.
Was finally found after years of abusing children, creating what criminologists call
Revealing shocking secrets that the royal family never wanted you to know.
He came away absolutely convinced that the life sentence was right.
What does it say about her private struggles, her fractured relationship with the royals, and her hidden pain? This revelation will change everything you thought you knew about the Princess of Wales. A hidden secret. For years, there had been whispers about Princess Diana's personal letters, many of which were said to contain private thoughts, untold stories, and hidden emotions. But there was one letter, in particular, that no one knew about. A letter so secret that even Diana's closest family members were unaware of its existence. It was a letter addressed to Princess Anne, Diana's sister-in-law, which Diana had written during a particularly difficult time in her life. The letter, hidden away in a box of old family documents, had been lost for over 2 decades. It was a letter that contained Diana's thoughts about her marriage, her struggles with the royal family, and her personal dreams. Some believed it might even hold clues to the deep, emotional pain that Diana suffered in the years leading up to her tragic death. It wasn't until a family member, while going through old possessions, stumbled upon the letter that its existence became known. The discovery was nothing short of astonishing. The contents of the letter would offer a rare glimpse into the heart and mind of the Princess of Wales, revealing more about her life and the struggles she faced behind the palace walls. What secrets did Diana leave behind? And what would this letter reveal about her untold story? The discovery of this letter would mark the beginning of a journey to uncover hidden truths that had remained locked away for far too long. It was a hidden secret, one that would eventually change the way people viewed the princess and the world she lived in. The mysterious letter. The letter remained tucked away in a forgotten box for years, its yellowed edges and faint ink marks hinting at its age. It had been carefully folded, as if Diana herself had placed it there with the intention of keeping it private. The discovery of this mysterious letter came as a shock to everyone who had been closely connected to the royal family, especially Princess Anne. The letter was so well hidden that no one, not even Diana's closest friends, had ever known about its existence. When it was finally uncovered, it was clear that this letter held more than just personal words. It was a glimpse into the princess's private world. The handwriting, delicate and flowing, bore Diana's unmistakable touch, yet the contents were unlike anything seen before. The letter was written in a moment of vulnerability, revealing the emotions and struggles that Diana had kept hidden from the public eye. Inside, Diana expressed her heartache over her fractured relationship with the royal family, her deep loneliness, and the overwhelming pressure of living under constant scrutiny. The letter was not just a message to Anne. It was a cry for understanding and compassion from someone who had long been trapped in a gilded cage. The mystery surrounding the letter only deepened as it became clear that this was not just a personal note, but a reflection of Diana's state of mind during one of the most difficult periods of her life. Why has she written it in secret? What did it reveal about her relationship with Anne and the royal family? The answers to these questions would soon begin to emerge, forever changing the way people saw Diana's legacy. Diana's final words. In the letter, Diana poured out her soul, revealing feelings of heartache, frustration, and loneliness that few had ever known. As the words flowed from her pen, she shared the raw emotions that had been building within her for years. She spoke of the immense pressure she felt, not just from the media, but from the royal family itself. There was a sense of isolation that seemed to surround her every day, a feeling that even those closest to her couldn't truly understand. Her words to Princess Anne were deeply personal, yet there was a quiet hope in them. Diana spoke of her dreams of finding happiness and peace outside the constant spotlight of royal life. She acknowledged the pain of her troubled marriage and the emotional toll it had taken on her, but also expressed a desire to be free of the expectations that had been placed upon her. Some of the most poignant lines of the letter hinted at the ultimate sadness that Diana would carry with her for the rest of her life. She wondered if she would ever be able to reconcile her own happiness with the duties of being part of the royal family. In what might be considered her final words to Anne, Diana spoke about the burden of being in the public eye and the toll it took on her personal happiness. Little did anyone know, these heartfelt words would become a key part of Diana's legacy, providing a personal, unfiltered look at her emotional state and the struggles she endured. The letter wasn't just a message to Anne. It was a message to the world, capturing the pain and longing of a woman who had spent her life in the shadows of others' expectations. Uncovering the truth. As the contents of the letter began to emerge, the royal family and the public were left to digest the unexpected revelations. For years, Princess Diana had been seen as a beloved figure, a symbol of grace and compassion. Yet the letter revealed a side of her life that had remained hidden, one full of emotional turmoil, personal struggles, and an unspoken desire for freedom. The truth was far more complex than anyone had imagined. Diana's relationship with the royal family had long been strained, but this letter shed light on just how deeply it affected her. She wrote of the emotional distance she felt from her in-laws and the loneliness she endured as a result. The royal family's coldness, her failed marriage, and the relentless public scrutiny were themes that ran through the letter like a thread, revealing the deep emotional scars Diana had carried with her. But it wasn't just about the royal family. Diana also opened up about her own personal battles. She spoke of the depression that often gripped her, her struggles with self-worth, and her intense feelings of isolation. The letter painted a picture of a woman who, despite her public persona, had been quietly suffering in private. As the letter made its way to the public, the world began to see Diana in a new light. No longer just the charming princess in front of the cameras, she was revealed as a woman struggling to find her place in a world that demanded perfection. The truth, once hidden away in the folds of that letter, was now out in the open for all to see. And it was clear that Diana's story was far more complicated than the fairy tale many had believed. The family reaction. The revelation of the letter sent shockwaves through the royal family, particularly Princess Anne. For years, Anne had been close to Diana, but this letter unveiled a side of her sister-in-law's pain that had never been fully understood. Anne, along with other family members, was taken aback by the depth of Diana's struggles and the raw emotions expressed in the letter. It sparked conversations within the family about their relationship with Diana, the pressures she faced, and the possible ways they had failed to offer the support she needed. Legacy of the Lost Letter. The lost letter ultimately became a significant part of Diana's legacy, offering a deeper understanding of her personal life and struggles. It revealed the complexities of a woman who, despite her public image as a beloved princess, was privately battling profound emotional pain. The letter was a poignant reminder that even those in the spotlight face unseen challenges. It sparked new conversations about mental health, isolation, and the pressures of royal life, and helped to humanize Diana in the eyes of the world. For many, the letter confirmed what they had always suspected. Diana was more than just the glamorous figure she appeared to be. Her personal struggles were real, and this letter captured a raw, vulnerable side of her that had been hidden for years. It also led to a greater appreciation of her courage, as she faced immense personal challenges while still maintaining a strong public image. The letter became a symbol of Diana's truth, her quiet rebellion against the constraints of the royal family, and her desire for a life outside the rigid expectations placed on her. It also brought her memory closer to the hearts of millions, as people reflected on her human side, understanding that her pain and struggles were just as real as her triumphs. The lost letter ensured that Diana's story would continue to resonate, serving as a powerful testament to the complexities of her life and legacy. The truth behind Diana's lost letter is just the beginning. Stay tuned for our next video. They thought it was an accident until the autopsy changed everything. You won't believe what we uncovered.